Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Mythgard in Middle-earth. My name is Corey Olsen, the Tolkien Professor, joined as always by my friend Gryfflet, who today is engaged in that most exciting, indeed gripping, dramatic activities of upgrading his legendary items. I was actually like a few minutes early today, and I was like, oh, okay. So, and I logged in, and Gryfflet was in that beautiful spot. Remember we were up by Rauros? At the end of, I mean, it was like a couple weeks ago because I've been away, but anyway, we're up by Rauros, and I was looking out over, the lower Anduin with the beautiful red sky over the, it was great. And then I was like, oh wait, shoot, I almost forgot. I have to go upgrade my legendary. So I got a good start, but anyway, it's time to finish up. I decided I was torn. I was like, well, I could just go another week without it, but I'm like, you know what? That just leads to madness. Like, sooner or later, I gotta stop to do this. So I figured, let's just do it. Let's just do it. We can do it. Anyway, you guys can help me because I'm at the most confusing part. Well, okay, so I remembered how to do this because, of course, I just had to do this with Wiggand recently, who also, Gryfflet is noticing, hogged all the ancient script, so Gryfflet's not able to get nearly as many good things as Wiggand did, but he's getting by. And so I just finished my Word of Craft traceries, and now I just have to go do because the Word of Mastery ones, that's like the burglar ones, right? Also, I seem to remember that Wiggand had more than one Word of Craft. Like he had multiple words of craft. Is it just because he's higher level? Do you get more of those as you go up levels? Anyway, all right. So we're gonna go in here. I did both of my so I upgraded them. I did my Word of Craft. I did my Word of the heraldry one. I did the power ones. So I did all those, and now I'm doing the others, and I have empty spaces apparently. And I also have like 4 carryalls full of junk. So anyway, so I'm just kind of sorting through this. What do I do with the ones I can't use? These are too low now. All these red ones are too low. So can I sell these? I can disenchant it. How do I disenchant it? Oh wait, I know, I remember. I use this thing. No. Okay, hang on, I gotta actually use it. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay, now that worked a treat. All right, so let me ditch all these because then I'll get more ancient script. Hey, Blessed Cheesemaker, great name by the way. Welcome to your first ever live Gryfflet stream. I wish I were doing something more exciting in your first trip here. Yeah. Okay, but anyway, we'll make this work here. Okay, these are all useless now. Useless now. Look at all these. I guess with this many at $20 a pop. Hey, 20, ancient script a pop. Why is it not working? I don't understand. I'm having a problem here. I've run out of room. Right. Okay, go back in the bag then. Go back in the bag. You need room to do the... Alright, let me try again. Okay. Alright, I guess you need room. Fine. can do wall hangings. Oh, I can get festival tokens for that. I'm never going to use that. Okay. All right, fine. Fine. We'll keep going. Okay. I can get 2 more. This is gripping, right? Okay, right. The deconstructed fragments exist, but only for moments, right before they're pulled into your... Because back in the horrible days before the wallet existed, they would have been cluttering up my inventory, is what you're telling me. I get you. I get you. Okay. So... And what can I do with the, oh man, look at all these. Got tons of these. Well, at least I'm getting some more script, so that's good. Okay. All right. Ooh. All right. I think I've gotten rid of all the red ones. Yeah. So I just deconstruct that last one. Okay. All right. Okay. That was worth a new one or two. Okay. So now I look at the ones that I have. These are the 7s. Maximum level 115. Okay. All right. Trick's duration. How perfectly useless. I guess it's not totally useless. First, I need to replace the ones that I have. Surprise strike. I mean, the ones I have are awesome, and I love them. So... I'm keeping them. Surprise strike, critical chance, and backstab bonus. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. So this one, this will be good up to level 115. So fine, let's do it. Oh wait, I've got to take it out of the bag first. Take it out of the bag first, then I can put it up there. There we go. Boom. All right. What else do we got? We've got tricks and duration, resistance, penetration. Why is this one? This one is blue around the edges. Is that better or worse? I can never tell with these things. Okay. Subtle stab damage and critical multiplier. Well, no, don't have any more of these ones in particular. I got none at all in this bag. Okay. Oh man, I stab subtly all the time. In fact, the majority of Gryfflet stabs are really quite subtle. I mean, compared to some things. Okay. But that's... Oh wait, hang on. No, that's a single attack target. Okay. So I might consider adding that to one of my empty slots. Let me go look at my... What do we got? Stealth, movement, speed. My favorite tracery. Oh, yeah. Reveal weakness, incoming damage, and range. Right. Yeah, only if I remember to do that, which happens exactly never. Okay, no problem. So I'm going to go back. I am going to add the subtle stab because that is a thing that I use. And I got an empty slot right here for it. So let's do that. You seem useful. Okay, great. 28% on damage multiplier and 40% on critical damage? Yeah, that looks great. Who says no to that? The trick's duration, because this thing is a trick, technically, isn't it? This debuff thing. Improved startling twist. Is that technically a trick? I still don't understand tricks after all these years. I got 2 of these. 1 purple and 1 blue. Actually, I got 2 blue ones. Well, all right. Let me... Hang on. First of all, I'm standing in front of the wrong shelf, so that's like your first problem here. All right, hang on. Where did burglars go? Brawlers, captains. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. We want level 106. The quiet knife. Right? Isn't that what the... Yeah, that's what it is. Quiet knife. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. So give me... I want... Wait, that's it? What about... Where are my other ones? What am I looking for? Backstab and surprise strike. Yeah, those are super useful. That's all you got? Okay, backstab isn't there. What the heck? Oh, general utility, general damage. Missed those. Okay, there we go. Okay, backstab damage. I am going to get... So the purple one is better, right? I think I'm going to get the purple one of that one. And I'm going to save up to get the purple one for sneak movement speed. Because that's awesome. Alright, let's get this. Backstab damage. Yeah. Great. Okay. Backstab damage. Great. And now I want surprise strike damage. Oh, that's on the next page. Surprise strike damage. Well, as long as I can afford the purples, let's do the purples. So purple is better than yellow. But does that mean the blues are really good? Okay. Excellent. So that's all 3 of those, and I have 1 extra spot. What do I want to buy? Surprise strike critical chance? Critical response skill damage? Cunning attack. Which is cunning attack? Is that one of my... Yeah. I do use cunning attack a lot. Cunning attack bleed damage. Could do worse. Purge corruption. Is that what this is? No, it's antidote. What's purge corruption? Do I even use that? Okay. Cunning attack. I think critical response damage. That sounds useful. does that do? Increasing my critical rating too? That's always good. Let's get that. Okay. Great. Hey, look at that. My weapon is full of usable traceries now. How exciting! Now, back to my tools. Okay. Now here, we're good. I need stealth movement speed. Come on now. Serve it up, the stealth movement speed. General utility. Stealth movement speed in purple, please. Because that is my favorite thing. Okay. Feint attack damage. Which one is feint? Do I even use feint? What's feint? That's provoke. Improved riddle. Have I ever even used that ever? I don't think so. What is feint? Not even aware that I have that. Okay, yeah, these other two are, as far as I can tell, useless. Double-edged strike. Oh, yeah, feint. Okay, no, that I do use a lot. It's that one. Okay. Improved feint. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. Let's see, but what else do we have? Addle tactical attack damage. No. Chain skill critical multiplier. Okay. Reveal weakness. Uh-huh. I think I'm gonna ditch that one. Look, I just need to confront the fact, right? I need to be honest with myself. I'm never gonna remember to use that thing. Okay, no, that's not here, so it must be in the quiet knife. Yes, it is. I'll just get a yellow. Okay. All I had were yellows before anyway. Okay, so all of my purples will be upgrades. I'm not getting reveal weakness. I'm just not. I'm going to replace it with coup de grace, duration and crit chance, because I do remember to use that sometimes. So let's do that. Goodbye, reveal weakness. Okay. Now I got 2 empty slots. Tell you what. So, the blue is better, yeah? I was noticing that the purples I was buying have the purple background. But this is the blue one that I can't afford normally. Right? I know I should use reveal weaknesses. But if I mean, it adds agility. It's not going to be totally useless. And it's blue, which I think is good. Let's just do it. It's free. And then that can go back in the bag. Okay. So, I know I should use revealed. See, now you guys are making me feel guilty. I can try once again to turn over a new leaf. Okay, backstab, critical response skill damage. I think I did that. Surprise strike critical chance. That's actually more useful, because I use surprise strike all the time. I'm going to go back to my sword for a second, my dagger. I have subtle stab, damage, and critical multiplier. I do have that already. No, damage and critical multiplier. Critical chance and backstab bonus. Yes. No, I have that too. Okay, just checking. So I've got that, and I've got the damage one. And I've got backstab damage. Did I get the critical response? Yes, I did. I have that one already. Do these stack if you get more than one? These ones don't, right? Subtle stab, damage, and critical multiplier. Yeah, I have that one. All right. Tell you what, then. We'll just do it. We'll do this. We'll do this together. Okay? That's what we'll do. We'll do this together. I will get reveal weakness and incoming damage range if you guys will promise to help me remember. It's already hard enough to adventure and talk at the same time, you know, but okay, good. Traceries accomplished, and I still have 600 ancient script left. Oh, how marvelous. Okay. How marvelous. That's great. Now, where are my things? I want my enhancement runes. How do I do this? No, I don't want to use mithril. I forget how I use these. Do I drag them on? Can I do that? So I should do the... Huh. Okay, so I should do the heraldry ones first, right? No, this enhancement room is not powerful enough for that tracery. Why is it not in red then? Enhancement limit 200, and I'm at 300 already. Right. Hey, so can I cash that? No, I can't. It's useless. Fine, I'll put it back in the bag. So these, enhancement limit 200. So I'm at 300, so I have to have the ones that go over 300. This is all coming back to me now. Okay, so those are perfectly useless. This is perfectly useless. That I can't use yet. That is not useless. Okay, I have one set of not useless things. Okay. Oh. Look at that. Okay, so... And yet, more morale won't go amiss. So I have 140 of these babies, huh? So yeah, let's max these things out. I want to max out my stealth movement speed for sure. Oh yeah, I got plenty of these. This is great. Let's max out my other Okay, I'm so almost done with this. There we go. Oh, we're still going strong. Let me go back to my sword, though. My dagger, sorry. All right. More of Sparrow's heraldry. Oh, Gryfflet is going to be so going to be one-shotting enemies from stealth again. Oh, I should do the craft ones? Okay, fine. Then let me go back and do the ones on here, because I think I didn't do the craft one here. No, I did not. I did want to make sure to get surprise or stealth movement speed, because that is the most critical of all. So let's see. Okay, got the stealth movement speed maxed. Now I should be able to max a couple of these. Let's see. Let's do backstab damage. I said backstab damage. And surprise strike damage. And this is the subtle stab, right? Yeah. Let's do the critical response one. Look at that. We're going to have enough for most of these, actually. Look at that. Okay. So we're still a little short on that one. Oh, wait, a lot short. On account of... That's a new one that I started with. Okay, no problem. Hey, I'll take it. I don't have any others that I can use, do I? Nah, limit 250. Oh, wait, I think I can use that on this one. I forgot that I had one that was low. Where'd it go? Come on. Look at that. Oop. Okay, max that out. And look, I do have one over here that's low too. I feel so resourceful finding those. Okay. All right. And then this is limit 200 and therefore useless. Okay. In that case, I think we're finally, mercifully done with this excruciating process. Whew. Okay. All right. Oh, man. Too bad the Raiders missed all the excitement. How do I get out? Please help me escape. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back to... Oh, never got the milestone in the other town, did I? Fine. I'm going to just go back there. All right. Hello there, Gosho. Welcome. Excellent, Loshire Hobbit. Isn't it a great feeling to be home from your last shift at work before Christmas? That's always fun. Okay. Gryfflet's allies are in business again. So I believe, if I remember correctly, all I have left is the Tomb of Elendil. So excited. I've been saving it for last. I've always been a best for last kind of person, you know? Oh, come on. There we go. A little bit of lag, but we're making it. Boy, the camp of the, you know, the war-stead of the king's, what? What is it technically? The war-stead of the king's men. The war-stead of the king's men is a very laggy place. Drow Snake asks, if I had to integrate the Santa Claus myth into the Middle-earth legendarium, how would you do it? Carefully. As it's funny because on the one hand, come on, seriously, I can't completely frozen in place here. Okay, so on the one hand, you have to be careful because ironically, so on the one hand, Tolkien was, you know, like the Santa Claus myth, witnessed the Father Christmas letters, right, that he wrote for his kids. So he liked playing with that. But at the same time, it was also the inclusion of Father Christmas in, I think the inclusion of Father Christmas in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is one of the things I think that just drove Tolkien over the edge, as far as Narnia was concerned. There are lots of misunderstandings about why Tolkien was never a fan of the Chronicles of Narnia, Lewis's Chronicles of Narnia. Some people are like, oh, it's because they're allegory and that's why Tolkien disliked them. That is not true, both because that has nothing to do with what Tolkien didn't like about Narnia, and also they're not allegory, so that's not the problem. But the oh, come on, seriously, would walking be faster? Is it just yes, exactly, it's the mix and match mythology. That's the main problem. Why? What is going on here? I've snapped all the way back to here. Holy cow. Look at that. I snapped all the way back to just about where I started from. This is crazy. I'm just going to run on foot. Maybe that will help. Maybe the war steed is too much for it. Okay. So, what was I saying? Santa Claus. So again, like the mix and match mythology, and not only that, like, well, I don't need to get into it too much, but Tolkien is a little bit scandalized by the beginning of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. But anyway, yeah, Druid's Fire, I think that was the biggest rubber band I've ever had. I mean, I was actually in the next region. It was ridiculous. Anyhow, okay, so but Santa Claus. But see, but again, although like the mix and match thing is a problem, that's just about tactics, right? That's not an anti-Santa Claus problem. It's not that he disliked Father Christmas, obviously. And of course, in the Father Christmas letters, when you look at the Father Christmas letters, you can see that Tolkien was he couldn't help himself, right? Tolkien was like an integrator. He always did this, right? Remember that image, if you've read Leaf by Nigel, do you remember the image of when Nigel, the painter in the story, you know, paints his great tree? Like, he's somebody who paints leaves very well, and he'd always been like a leaf painter, and then he took it upon himself to paint this enormous tree, right? And so he paints the tree, and then remember there's that reference to the fact that he like attached. He took all of his other earlier paintings and like attached them, like made them a part of the big picture, right? That's all right. I'm gonna try again now that I'm in the other region for good and all, I hope. Okay, Halifirien. Off we go. So we're going to ride out to the Furian Wood. We've never been all the way out there. So this actually would be a part of the Beacon Hills I've never seen before. And there may be some other quests out there. So today we're going to finish up the Beacon Hills. It's happening today. Anyway, so Tolkien, I was talking about the pasting of pictures on, right? And, you know, around the edges of Niggel's great picture. And you can see how Tolkien sort of did this too. The most flagrant and familiar example of this, of course, is The Hobbit. The Hobbit was not part of that mythological world, not fully. He was borrowing from it freely. He was kind of playing with it throughout. But he was not... Man... Sorry, Lotro servers not covering themselves with glory today. I'm barely able to move forward steadily at all here. Anyway, so there are other things that he kind of does this with too. And you can see it happening in the Father Christmas letters even. The Father Christmas letters, this is not part of his, you know, legendarium. Right? This is not a Middle-earth thing. And yet, you know, oh, I forgot I'm not wearing my hat. Just blithely running around. Did I go up Calenhad yet? Had I found Calenhad? No, I haven't. Let's go up to see Calenhad. I want to go to all the beacons. Yeah, I think this is more or less the furthest I've been into this region at all. It's strange to finish almost all of the quests for an area and not... am I ever going to actually put my hat on? Okay, there we go. And not have even been to half the region. You know, oh, sorry, given all the problems I'm having, I'm just gonna... I mean, I might even run up in stealth, frankly. As much trouble as I'm having. Yeah, so, but as I say, you see, he can't help himself. The story is in the Father Christmas letters, right? Father Christmas, like there's an attack of goblins, and there's, you know, the North Polar Bear comes in like Bjorn at the Battle of the Five Armies, fighting with them. The elves of, you know, Father Christmas's elf helpers are all, you know, they have like Cindery names, right? So like there are ways in which he kind of can't help himself thinking in those ways. There's even that one marvelous picture where, wait, what am I looking at here? There's that one marvelous, oh, I'm looking at the camp there, on the hilltop camp that I went to. That's fine. There's even that one marvelous picture in the caves when they visit the Goblin Caves. Ah, there's Halifirien over there. There's the tomb of Elendil. I see it with the statue. It's not subtle. Not subtle. Okay. Oh, that's like the next... Oh, wait a second. What's this? I missed this. Is this a little turn off? Yeah. Look at this little thing. How did I miss this thing? Who lives here? Is this like the, you know, beacon tender's place? That's nice. Yeah, there must be a turnoff in the road that I missed. Anyway, yeah. Oh, sorry. I was talking about the picture. So Father Christmas goes to visit the Goblin Caves. And if you look at the picture that Tolkien draws, you can see a little face peeking around one of the columns, and it looks like Gollum. And I think that he drew that as a reference, as a you know, kind of Easter egg for his sons and for his kids. I think it was late enough that Priscilla was probably in on those too. That one. I don't remember the date of it. This particular Father Christmas letter. But anyway, so yeah, I guess it's more like a Christmas egg. Yeah, I suppose technically it would be, wouldn't it? Anyway, so all right, I'll try one more time with the War-stead. Too late. I'm not fighting you. I'm not fighting you. Because I'm just riding across the countryside, and you can keep up with me if you like, but I don't think you will. I think you're going to run in the opposite direction, because you're a mounted enemy, and that's your idea of attacking. Okay, here is that next. So, yeah. Anyway, so to get back, Drowsnake, to your original question, how would you integrate Father Christmas? I think he would be a Maya. Like if Tolkien were to have undertaken, whoop, stop. This road continues on to the Eastfold. Hey, let's do that first. I always love to see the connections in maps. And we're going to come out, down by, like, the swamps, right? Southeast of... oops. Okay. We're going to come out by the swamps southeast of Aldburg, right? Yeah, down in Fenmarsh, right? Yeah. All these Variag swordsmen over here. Oh, here it is. Here's the river. Boundary. Yes, anyway, so if Tolkien were to do it... Ooh. A loading screen. Look at that. Guess those Variag swordsmen aren't going to follow me after all. Yeah, so Father Christmas would be a Maya, and he would be a Maya. There would be some elves to assist him. Why wouldn't there be? Right, some elves who had dedicated themselves to his service. Probably some elves, I would think. That were like, I think they chose to go north with him instead of like going into the west, right? Like they chose that as like an act of service. Yeah. I think that's what it would be. Kendall, I do like the idea of Father Christmas being Gandalf in retirement, right? Santa Claus becomes Gandalf's retirement project. Ooh, I didn't realize this area does all of Rohan still have the old maps? Interesting. All right, let's put my hat on first this time before I encounter enemies. How about that? Yeah, he recruits some particularly tra-la-la-lolly elves. Yeah, sure. I could dig it. I could dig it. I could definitely get into the Gandalf in retirement concept. All right. Love to... I just put my hat on. What is the... Did it reset when I changed areas? Yeah, it probably did. Okay, so this is the Halifirien wood. Okay, and we get these two black obelisks. This suggests that this area, so that the Lotro folks are suggesting that this area was one of those, like, ancient holy sites, like Dunharrow. To the previous inhabitants, who may or may not have been Droogs. They may merely have been allies to the Droogs. Some ancient race of men now gone. But you can see the similarity to the black stones leading up to the Paths of the Dead. That this wood, the Halifirien wood, is associated with, you know, some kind of reverent, sacred, spooky stuff is known. That's why it's called Halifirien. Okay, now we come to some Gondorian stairs. Discovered Halifirien, and I believe completed the warning beacons. Got to all the beacons. There it is. Excellent. Scout of the warning beacons. Okay. Great. What deed was explorer, huh? Yep, not going to be finishing that one, but that's okay. Because I'm not going to go back to the Entwash and find all of those cairns in the reeds. I had enough of running in those reeds. I think I'm done. But I do need to still complete the quest of the Beacon Hills. I've only got 3 left. We're almost... We'll finish that here. And then that's it. Just Slayer deeds, right? Okay. All right. So here is the little... Oh. Nice little villa. This is like, again, the little housing area. It's over here. You found the tomb. It is swarming with looters. That is not okay. Okay, let's see how we do here. Seriously? It's like I've been gnawing on me this whole time. Okay. Well, this is a little quicker than last time, chipping away at them. Defeated a Tomb Raider. Oh, wait. I got a quest for that? How did I not even notice that I got a quest? Oh, I had... Right. It just updated the Gotcha. Okay. So this is now what I have to do here. So now I want to... Now don't spot me, because I want to try my new backstab skills. Oh, yes. Oh, that's what I thought. And stealth in 3, 2... Oh, yes. Oh, that is so much more efficient. It's all worth it now. It's all worth it. You know, half an hour spent, 45 minutes of my life devoted to Gryfflet's new legendary items. There weren't 8 tomb robbers here. I can't get in. Oh, now there are. Whew. Got out of range just in time. Well, let's go upstairs and see what's up there. Presumably more of them. Kendall, I agree. There does need to be a knee-stabbing skill, which is only available to Hobbit burglars. It should be called, like, Disable Mighty Knee or something like that. Well, no more guys up here? Huh, whole lot of nothing up at the beacon. So I actually have to wait for them to regen? That's really surprising. I mean, normally... Oh, yep, see, there's the statue that I saw before. Much better view of it from up here. I mean, the back of it, anyway. So if this is Elendil, what's he holding? The Scepter of Illuminus and a sphere, the Palantir. And he's facing east. So we build the... Isildur builds the Tomb of Elendil. And he puts a statue of his father holding the Palantir and the Scepter, not a sword, and facing... holding them up to the east in defiance. That's interesting. It's an interesting choice. It's the stone of erect, not to scale. I don't know. So, where do you think Cirion and Éomer stood? Because the oath was taken here. The oath of Éomer and Cirion were taken here. Like maybe right here? Nice view. Okay. Oh yeah, combats are so much quicker with like effective weapons. Okay. What else we got? Oh no, that's it. Return to Guthlaf. Huh. That's it? Okay. Kind of thought we might pick up some more quests here. But that seems to be it. In which case, I'm gonna cheat. Will completing these 3 quests complete my deed? We'll have to see. There's stuff in the wood. Is there? Where? Where do I have to go to pick up Woods quests? Should I just wander around a little bit? Here we are, wandering through the woods. Do I have to, like, wait for something with a ring over its head? Yeah, actually, could you tell me what to look for? Because I haven't the faintest idea. I'm, like, literally now just, like, walking through the forest, hoping to meet a quest. Loth bears? Did I just meet one? Yeah. It's not doing me any harm. Hey there, Loth bear. I'm gonna stab you in the back, but it's for science. Nothing. So, schmooze. Fortunately for you, I literally just completed that quest line for the first time ever, like 2 weeks ago. Week and a half ago. Really recently. Just did it. So I'm totally fresh on the storyline you're referring to. Is there any referring to the about Gandalf having been here before and stuff, and is there any connection to the books, or is this made up? All right, I'll just keep looking. Phil will just keep wandering about a little bit. There's not going to be a loot quest item, is there? Seriously. Literally nothing I hate more. I would rather spend days and days buying traceries for my legendary item than have quests initiated by loot items. Just one of my biggest Lotro pet peeves. Okay. I see a cliff and I'm just going to jump off it. Here we go. And we're looking for quests. Here we are now wandering through the Halifirien wood. Oops, we got down to the road. Maybe I shouldn't have jumped off that cliff. Can I get into the wood up here? No, it's just all hill. Hang on. Oh no, yeah, schmooze, no big deal. It's my fault. It's my fault, but it's no spoiler. As it happens, had you asked me that at any other Gryfflet broadcast, it would have been a spoiler. But I literally just played it, so it's totally fine. Yeah, and I am really far behind, as Druid's Fire says. So, yeah, so that's actually, that moment is literally as far as I've gotten in the Lotro Epic quest line. Okay, I got like one quest beyond that. I got to like the view of Minas Morgul, and that's where I stopped. So right up to when you get actually to Morgul Vale is as far as I've gone. So I am not seeing a singular quest opportunity here. And how on earth would I know? Like, there's no vector quest to this area. So weird. Oh, is there? I see. I see there's a green screen issue. I apologize. I blame my dog. I was getting something from my dog, so I moved my green screen aside a little bit there. Apologies. Can fix. No problem. Ugh. Okay. There we go. A little bit better all around. Actually, Pixie, the dog in question, is sitting over here next to me. She's been very good. She was not being very good prior to class, prior to, you know, the broadcast beginning. So I thought you might be hearing a good deal from her today. But it turns out not. Yeah, I think she's asleep now. Okay. If there are quests over here, I don't know where I can possibly find them. I'm not seeing anything on the landscape. Like, nothing's popping up. And I've been all of the plausible places. Normally, I find the quests in Lotro really intuitive. That is, when I'm doing the normal exploration, going to the normal places, they pop up where they're meant to pop up and all that sort of thing. There's a quest. Where do I pick it up? On the south side of the hill? Really? Okay, I'll look. I mean, Gryfflet is a quest completionist, but generally within limits. That is to say, not the what do you call them? Roaming threats or whatever, the big huge ones, and not the war bands. Like, I don't have time. But other than that, even the repeatables I'll do once. All right, so here we come. Here we come. Back. We're on the south part now. Okay, so down here looks like, no, those coordinates you gave me, Phil, are down here. Right off this cliff. I hate following coordinates. Okay. 45 point. Okay. I'm exactly far enough west, and I just need to go a little bit south of here, which is right off the cliff. Okay. I'm game. And now I'm too far south. The coordinate you gave me is literally in the middle of the cliff. These loth bears don't seem to be doing anybody any harm either. Nope. Nothing. Nothing. All right, never mind. I'm going to Guthlaf. Maybe I did the quest already. Done lots of quests. I don't remember a Lothbear hunting quest, but maybe there was one mixed in with all the Ostrimmon stuff. Anyway, but sorry. Sorry, schmooze. Let me get back to it. Okay. Is there a connection to the books? No, not explicitly. No, not at all. Is that something they made up? Yes, it is. Yes, he returned. Tomb of Halifirien, I defended against pillagers. Your words painted a picture in my mind, so I shall carry that picture as a trinket into battle. Great. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Now, actually, let me just check. No, that's not what I wanted to check. What I wanted to check was my deed log, not my character sheet. Okay. Did those count? Yes, they did. So I think Vengeance for Léofdag is also going to count, and that will complete my quests deed, and that means I've got them all. So those Lothbears can take care of themselves, I say. Live and let live, as far as Lothbears are concerned. All right. So yes, did they make up that quest? Absolutely, they made it up. Is there any justification for it? Sure. And here's the justification for it. The justification for it is that Tolkien had a couple different ideas about it. Remember that most of the stuff about the Astari, most of the later development, most of the development of the concept of the wizards in the Astari is after the writing of the Lord of the Rings. Because he only figured them out, as he was going along. I mean, when he started writing the Lord of the Rings, he didn't really have any clear idea at all who Gandalf was. He was just a wizard, which is as much as to say it's like saying he is a plumber, except he's different training required, and slightly different. Guild guidelines and that sort of thing. Okay. I thought I was taking a shortcut. I was totally not taking a shortcut, but that's okay. Find the riders hastily preparing to set out. Okay. Who is the traitor, Bernoth, son of Baldeg? Yeah. So, no, it wasn't Sauron who was a wizard gone bad. It was the Witch King who was a wizard gone bad originally, in his initial Lord of the Rings thoughts. Anyway, point is, he was only discovering that. That's why the essay on the Astari and the idea of the Blue Wizards didn't even exist until Saruman opened his mouth and mentioned the rods of the 5 wizards. At which point Tolkien did what he so often does. One of his characters says something, and then he's like, oh, wow, I guess there are 5 wizards. I wonder who the other 2 are. And that's where the Blue Wizards came from. Anyway, point is, he didn't know. And so almost all the stuff was written, almost all of the further details, the backstory of the Astari and how they came to become incarnated and came over into Middle-earth to help the peoples. This was all stuff he was figuring out afterwards. And so therefore his ideas changed at different times. And there are 2 versions of the coming of the Astari. One, the most prominent one, is the one where they come over at year 1000 of the Third Age. That's the one that makes it into I think it's in the Tale of Years, or anyway, it's mentioned in the appendices. But he also had another idea later on that actually maybe the Astari would have come over in the Second Age, actually. And this, by the way, is what the Rings of Power TV show is drawing on. Of course, there's no mention of flaming meteors, but the point is they're drawing on this other version of the story that at least some of the Astari came during the Second Age. And Lotro, I think, is doing a similar thing there. So they're basically, they're doing, it's sort of fun, right? Because Tolkien said two different things. The Astari came in the Third Age. Oh, no, wait, maybe the Astari came in the Second Age. And so what have they done in Lotro? They've made them both true, right? Gandalf came in the Second Age and in the Third Age. Isn't that fun? Right? And how would that happen? How could that be? Right? That those, that would all happen. And the answer is because he lost his, he died the first time. Right? And why doesn't he bring it up? Right? Why is it never mentioned? Because his memory was wiped. And that is actually also interestingly consistent. There are a couple things that suggest that the Astari do not remember clearly. It is not at all obvious to me that Gandalf, when he's sitting with Frodo in, the Gandalf that is sitting with Frodo in Bag End, or the Gandalf who is sitting in Rivendell at the Council of Elrond, that Gandalf remembers his whole life in Valinor before that. I don't believe that that's true. Because the Astari are not merely Maiar who have been physically manifested. They were incarnated in physical bodies. It's a totally different process. And so their memories, they are those spirits. There is a consistency there, but they're living a different life now. It's a different situation. And so the idea that they're memories of their previous life, it really is more like a previous life than it is like just, before I took this job or whatever, has become clouded. And that too, by the way, is one of the ideas that the Rings of Power TV show is playing with when, the stranger shows up and doesn't remember things and how to talk, or has never eaten before because he's in an incarnate body for the first time. I actually thought that worked really well. I thought that was really interesting. Playing with that stuff that, that way that Tolkien was imagining the incarnates. Now, so in that Lotro thread, what they're taking those two things, that is, one, the ambiguity of when the Astari arrived, and secondly, the idea that the Astari, when they are embodied in the way that they're embodied, the way that they're incarnated, it sort of interferes, if that's the right word, with their memories of their time before, right? Their time as Maiar before. They're taking those two nuggets and using that to develop this new, as kind of a basis, justification, excuse, right, to develop that new storyline. So I think that's I think it's pretty cool. I think it's fun. Yeah, I think it's fun. I don't. It was the thing that was to me most interesting. Well, I don't say most interesting. The thing that was to me, the thing that made me pause most about that plot line is essentially Glorfindel's role. But it was imagining Glorfindel knowing the whole, Glorfindel and Elrond knowing the whole time and not telling Gandalf. That was to me the biggest strain on that. Mostly because I'm like, why wouldn't they tell him? Right? Why? I'm not saying that there are no possible reasons. I'm just saying that as far as how the story hit me, those were the things I found myself still with most questions about, right? How does that work? What does that mean? What does that suggest? Anyway, so sorry, Schmooze, for getting distracted, but that's my quick response to that. It's interesting. It's, they in Lotro are like the Rings of Power did, again, playing with a bunch of these pretty obscure later Tolkien ideas. They can't like quote them or, you know, sort of use the text of those things directly, because they don't have the rights for that. But they don't have to pretend they've never heard of the idea. And so there's a way in which it gives them license. Both adaptations. It gives them license to do that kind of thing if they want to. Because it's fun. It's interesting. Okay. Here we go. I am gladdened that you found us among so many of our kinsmen, my friend. Although I worry that Léofdag's killer still lurks within the war-steads, I think I am not enough of a fool to make his presence known before we reach the battlefield in Gondor. We spoke much on what course to take through Tower Druidon before your arrival, and you must be told of our purposes here in the forest. Hang on, you know, I'm not sure I want to go to battle with a traitor. Maybe discovering the traitor before going onto the battlefield actually might be kind of a good idea here, Burnoth.
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
Okay. Did I get it? Yes. Yes, I did. Hero of the Beacon Hills. Heck yeah. Excellent. Just what I was hoping for. Okay. We have had much time to ponder our course, but tracking our foe shall prove difficult no matter the choice. Many of our kinsmen have started through the winding paths of this forest, but we cannot follow them, not yet. We must learn more of our foe before we reach the Pelennor Fields, and on that we are all agreed. Oh good, I'm glad we're not just letting it go. Hutha and I shall speak more on what else can be done, but for now, perhaps it is best that you hear Ulf out. Ulf has devised a cunning but unlikely plan. I love it. And yet, I believe with your aid it may succeed. Speak to him and aid him if you might. Okay. Where's Ulf? Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Over there. Oh, there's Hutha and Ulf. Hey, Ulf. What you got?
You did very well.
Ah, Gryfflet. I have heard talk of these Variags we have encountered in our journey, and I have devised a plan that might allow us to gain more information about the cur that slew Léofdag. Rumors are spreading that some of their number, the Variags, not the curs, seem to have a tenuous allegiance with the enemy. It is the thought of our scouts that they are sellswords and have no true interest in the fates of Gondor or Rohan. If that is so, it may be possible to barter with the chief among them who knows more of our foe, steal away the coins and spoils that the Variags have amassed, and bring them to me within their blockade. For my part, I shall find one of their chiefs and compel him to hear out our offer. I know as well as you that these men are not to be trusted, but I would not lose a chance to learn more of Léofdag's killer. Fear not. If they do not accept our barter, we shall fight our way out side by side. Okay. So I'm supposed to steal gold from the Variags and then use the gold that I've taken from the corpses of his men to bribe their captain? I love this plan. This is a great plan. Yeah, I wish they would let me pickpocket them. But I assume they're not going to let me pickpocket them. Okay. So where am I headed? Oh, I'm headed down that way, right? Can I swim down the river to the ford? No, there's a waterfall. Okay. No problem. Back to the road. And then back up to the Variags. Okay. Let me see if I can ride through this camp without too very much rubber banding. Is this a side quest? Oh, totally. But Gryfflet does all the side quests. This is a bonus quest, as I've completed the quest deed in both of these regions, both in Tower Druidon and in the Beacon Hills. And that means I'm almost ready, which means, hang on a second. Means I gotta go back to the epic, right? No, not that one. Huh. Huh. Right, the next quest chain requires progression of the epic, but I don't seem to have any epic quests. Do I have to go somewhere to pick it up? Right, I didn't pick up the last epic quest from Éomer because it would have teleported me. Yeah, that's my vague memory too. Does that mean I have to go down the path to the Grey Wood? Like, is Éomer waiting for me down here with the quest ring still? Right, okay. Alright. So we'll head down there when we're done. But we gotta help the Riders 3. I mean, come on. The Riders 3 are awesome. I just love the whole idea of the Riders 3. This sort of longitudinal returning quest thread. To be able to develop a storyline and side characters like this, so cool. Just love it. Just love it. Okay, the lag is much better now, so that's good. All right, but we are approaching the ford. So let's see what we can do. This is probably their camp that we're supposed to go to, right? Yep. Okay. Let's see. Can I pick his pocket? I'm down here. I failed to burgle anything. Well, hang on, though. Wait a second. Oh, yeah. Reveal weakness, because I constantly do that. Okay, there's spoils from you. The fact that I can one-shot these dudes now, probably without that, doesn't help. Okay. I always reveal weaknesses, because that's super important. What level are these guys? These guys are 102 and I'm 106. I better cap soon. Well, we'll see what happens when we move up. Looks like I'm not in any danger of going to 107 today. And we'll see where things are, because I'm about to go to Pelennor Field after this. And we'll see what level that is before I make any rash judgments. Okay. Collecting random spoils. Oh, I remember being here before. In this camp, slaying Variag swordsmen for a totally different purpose. I don't actually need to reveal their weaknesses, do I? Oh, sure. I come around the corner and he sees me. Kind of rude of them to sit with their backs to the shelter. Right? Okay. Give me a second here. Kendall says, where do I think Gryfflet will be by the end of 2024? You are correct, by the way, that this is going to be the final Gryfflet. of 2023, as I will be away next week. So where do I think Gryfflet will be by the end of 2024? Mordor? Yeah. Mordor, for sure. I assume during the course of next year, I'll have time to finish the Battle of Pelennor Field, do the mop-up outside afterwards, North Ithilien, and like Dagorlad and stuff. And then get into Mordor. Yeah. So, where was I last year? How much have I done in 2023? Where was Gryfflet in, like, on the professor's birthday last year? Tolkien's birthday is January 3rd, so it's like an easy New Year's milestone. Osgiliath. Was it Osgiliath? Okay, so I was in Osgiliath. So I did basically all of Minas Tirith, all the Pelennor, Minas Tirith, and Farinorian, and the entirety of Farinorian. 3 regions of Farinorian. So I did 3 regions plus all of Minas Tirith, 4 regions if you count the Pelennor, plus all of Minas Tirith, which is like, how many regions does that count for? So yes, it does suggest okay, yep. I was failing to find Faramir in Osgiliath last year on January 6th. Okay. So yeah, I mean, that suggests, hang on a second. Hang on a second here. Why can I not click on North Ithilien? Wow. That's weird. Okay. So I've got to do this region. So this is one region. Right? I got to do, so Battle of Pelennor Field. And then the, the mop-up on Pelennor. So let's count that as 1. And then this is number 2, and the wastes is number 3. So, I would think I would get to Udun, through Udun. Through Udun, maybe Dor Amarth. Yeah. Let's just say this. Let's say Gryfflet will be doing very well if he gets to Barad-dûr by the end of next year. But I think it's possible. And you're totally right. He's absolutely catching up on Wigand, which is fun. Oh, I already have enough spoils. Sorry, dude. Didn't mean to. Deliver the spoils to Ulf beyond the Eastern Blockade? Oh, right up here. Okay, we'll just do that then. Except, hang on, there's like loot right here. What kind of burglar would I be? One who wouldn't aggro that respawning guy is the answer to the question. Okay. Oh, yeah. Gryfflet is going to do the Keys of Harlan and the Silent Street for story purposes, for sure. For sure. So, yeah. Into Mordor somewhere, I think, is safe. The question will be how much of the Mordor quest line will Gryfflet get through. But I feel confident that in 2024, Gryfflet will get up through the destruction of the ring, basically. It should be to Gondorian New Year by New Year 2025. Okay.
Thank you for your help.
Yeah, let's see. The Variag eyes you. Ulf indicates that you should remain and listen to what the Variag has to say. Okay. I upheld my end of our trade, and now you had best do the same. Okay. Do not think to threaten me, Rohirrim. Well, I am standing right here. You and your friend are two among many here, and you would do well to remember that. Yeah, you would do well to remember that. Never mind. The deal is made. I shall offer what I know of this man, and then you shall depart. Okay. Great. If you need more gold, I can go fetch more. The man you seek is an agent of Mordor. Okay, we're suspecting that. He serves a man named Krumgam. Krumgam, no way. I do not know the name of the man you seek, but if you find his master, you shall find him. That was the guy we fought with Fastred, wasn't it? That is all I know. Now be gone, else I shall set my men upon you. Head back to our camp. I shall meet you there. Okay. Oh, hey guys. Yeah, no, I'm not really interested. I'm just gonna come through here. Okay, so Phil's excellent question was, how long do we do, at what point do we cease Gondor Gambolling? Which is the series name of his time in Gondor. I think Gondor is done when we leave the Pelennor Fields and go north. Yeah, Hologro, I agree. Dagorlad seems a sensible time because it's not exactly Gondor. I mean, that's where the invasion of Mordor begins. But we can do a series in Dagorlad, and I would include North Ithilien there. That whole like post Pelennor chain. So maybe we end Gondor Gambollings once once Gryfflet completely finishes the battle and is ready for the aftermath. Then at the aftermath, that can begin the Dagorlad section, and that'll go through the destruction of the ring. And then after that, it can be Mordor. All right, I need to cross the river. Help. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Rubber banding again. Let's set out on foot. Gryfflet runs faster than that other horse anyway. Yeah, I think we skip Ithilien because we didn't do a separate thing for Ithilien before either, and it's like the path to Mordor, right? The path to Dagorlad. I would say we lump the North Ithilien stuff in with Dagorlad, basically. I might have gotten caught at the same barricade last time. Those barricades, maybe they're more useful than I've been giving them credit for. Okay. Yeah, very effective at keeping allies out, at least, Drowsnake. I agree with you. All right, Ulf's plan kind of worked. So Krum, hang on, remind me, Krumgrau. I'm right? That's the one from the Sudcrofts, right? The dude whom we fought, but he got away. We fought with Fastred down there. Yeah. Okay, I was pretty sure that was the guy. I must admit it puzzles me that one of the enemy's men would surrender one of his allies for a modest bounty. Perhaps it is the way of these Variags, no true loyalty other than to their own wealth. I know not if he spoke true, but we have no other course at the moment but to trust his words. If this traitor intends to reunite with his master on the Pelennor, we must ride at once and keep a close watch on our kinsmen.
Our success depends upon our strength.
There is little time to speak. Ulf, Hutha, and I shall soon set out into Tower Druidon and ride southward towards the Pelennor Fields. Hutha has mapped a swift but deadly route to the fields, but our ride cannot succeed without your assistance. Aid Hutha, and then meet us on the battlefield before Minas Tirith. It is there that we shall finally unmask our foe, for better or worse. Excellent. I regret that our paths must part for a time, but I shall count on having you at my side on the fields. I'll be there, Bernoth. No way. No problem. No way I would miss you on the... I can't wait. Can't wait to see the Riders 3 on the Pelennor Field. But I got to talk to Hutha, because I got one more quest before I get there, apparently.
Our mission is dire.
I'm going to make it. We're going to get right up to the Battle of Pelennor Field stuff. The time has come for us to depart the War-stead. Many of our kinsmen have already ridden south through the valley, and we must reach them by the time we arrive at the Pelennor Fields. Our route is dangerous, but we are without choice. We shall ride through their blockades and through the heart of their forces in Tower Druidon. But if we are to succeed in such a bold maneuver, we shall have need of your skill. Scale the beacon hill Amon Dîn and light the beacon anew. The blaze will distract our foes and teach them well that Rohan does not surrender. Okay. Didn't see that coming. And there's just no shortcut I can take over there. Stable master or anything else. Just have to ride it. Okay. So we'll do this last quest. Then we'll go down and catch up with Éomer. And set out for the Pelennor Fields. It'll transport me and then we'll stop. So exciting. So yeah, I don't know what we can call Daggerlad. Delvings? I saw Delvings. Mordor or Mischief? Oh, I think that's a winner right there. We haven't used Mischief yet, have we? Have we had an M? I don't know that we have. Maneuvering. Oh, Moria maneuverings. Okay, we did Moria. But that was one session. Gryfflet did not do all the side quests. That was before Gryfflet became a dedicated completionist, unfortunately. Or fortunately, perhaps, because had I become a completionist sooner, we wouldn't be anything like this far along. Misty Mountains, Moria, and Mirkwood. Guess we have done some M's. Have we done Mischief yet? I'm still not going to risk the War-stead because I'm just having too many problems. Can I get up over this barrier? No. You're telling me that they have an effective barrier? We've meandered, mucked about, and maneuvered. Okay. Then let's do Mischief. Mordor Mischief sounds perfect. I like it. And then Daggerlad. Delving's, I mean, it suggests that we're like actually digging, which of course I don't really plan to do much of. For D, we've had, we've dared and dealt, huh? We've had dealings and... Oh, no. We'll use Mordor Mischief for Mordor proper. That's what I mean. Daggerlad doing... dodging. I mean, it almost seems a shame. Which one is the one that goes up? It's this one, right? I'm almost tempted. I mean, I can't help but think of Gandalf saying, "This is the hour of doom." It'd be fun to use the word doom somewhere, but deeming, I guess, we could conceivably do. Dawdling is pretty good. Ooh, devilry. Ooh, I mean, Gryfflet, of course, will not be performing any devilry, but he is, in fact, like looking into devilry. I mean, it's hard because on the one hand, it's going to be a relatively... I mean, how many Gondor Gambellings have there been so far? Like, we've been in Gondor forever, and we were in Rohan forever before that. So both of those series have been super long, and the Daggerlad one is going to be quite short in comparison. But it's, you know, the culmination of the War of the Ring, so that kind of seems important. This is number 68? Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's been... What was the date of Gondor Gambolling 1? That was the Pass of the Dead, wasn't it? Daggerlad dashing? Oh, that would be a little bit more appropriate if I were in my Guardian. October of 21. Wow. So I spent 2.25 years, more than 2 years. More than 2 years in Gondor. And how many years did I spend? What was the date of the first Rohan Ramblings? When I first crossed over from the Great River. That had to be at least a year and a half. Also. Okay. June of 2019. So it was just over 2 years. Well, actually, so both of them were almost equal so far. I mean, I'm not done with Gondor, obviously. So Rohan was 2 years and 4 months. And Rohan was 2 years and 4 months. Gondor has been 2 years and 2 to 3-ish months so far. So they're going to be about equal. Yeah, it's true. I did travel a lot less in 2020 and 21, especially 2020. That is true. Okay, no, I am here to light the beacon, O quest text of mine. we go. Lighting the torch. Boom! Okay. Oh, do I have to fight people? Meet the Riders 3 at the Field of Onslaught. Okay. I guess I'm fighting folks. Oh, these guys are real wimps. Can barely even hurt me if I do nothing. Okay. Field of Onslaught. Okay, now that's the thing. Right. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go... There's no stable master at Drubuta. I think I've checked that like 4 times. Okay. So it's time. We have 7 minutes. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my milestone. Hey, that's where I need to go, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to use a milestone, and from there, I'm going to ride around through Nardal and down. Okay. So now, all I have to do is make it through this camp one last time without getting rubber banded into oblivion. That's all. Let's see if we can manage it. Come on. Come. Carry on. And we'll take a left at the stable master. Good. Oh, dear. Oh, it's not looking good. More starting and stopping. Come on now. And there I am, back behind my barrier again. Same place I rubber banded to last time. We'll do it on foot. We'll do a final tour on foot. Because that's fine. Yeah, it's the same place. Same place we rubber banded to back last time. I don't know why it wants to put me there, but Gryfflet won't have it. He will not be thwarted. He is done with the Beacon Hills. He's done with beacons. No more beacons. We're done with Tower Druidon. How are we going to go? We're going to say goodbye to the Woses on the way back through. What is your... Is this a repeatable quest? I bet you it is. Sithgar?
There is nothing for it. I was born
Oh, this is
under an
Sithgar.
ill-fated star.
Hang on. You lost your horse again. Wait a second. I have to do this. I can't leave poor stupid Sithgar without Witherbreaker. Yeah, there's another quest. I've got to give him his horse because if I meet them down in Pelennor, the payoff's going to be awesome. There's Weed Fodder. Love Weed Fodder. All right, let's see if I can gently do my regular horse here. Yep. Okay. This last quest, though, the timing was going to be so perfect, Druid's Fire. It was just going to be perfect. Oh, he watered down this little path, did he? Well, who could blame him? It's a tempting little path. There he is. Oh, look. Hello, Bisweni Mar.
Wind.
Horse.
Through the leaves.
Looking up with kindly eyes at the great animal. Friend. Through a series of short words and gestures, you make the woes understand that you want to lead the horse back to its owner, although it is not clear that the owner part is especially clear. The woes folds his arm across his chest. Shield. Bisweni Mar wants shield. Goodbye, horse. Could it be he wants to trade a Rohirric shield for the horse? I'm going to hurry because I don't want Druid's Fire to get mad at me for being late. I could afford a few extra minutes, but not an infinite number of extra minutes.
What ill
You found my steed and has befriended one of these woes men, you say? Well, it sounds as if he is faring better at soothing the horse than I am. You explained that the Bisweni Mar seems to want a shield, to trade a shield for the horse. I cannot do that. I would be punished, and not lightly. Still, I would take the punishment if it meant I could ride with the host. Let us go and meet this woe's horse friend. Okay.
I listen to the drummings.
Bisweni Mar looks at you with sad and frightened eyes. Horse, run. He gestures off deeper in the woods. Bad Gurdros come. Horse, run. You help. Sure. Sure. I'll help. He ran away. It's a good thing. This isn't stretching out unnecessarily or anything. Okay. And there's the landscape spider quest that I've already done, I think, ages ago. Back when I was younger. Okay. We're not going to make it up there. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Alright, we'll go all the way around. Hope we can make it there from here. Okay, this is promising. This slope looks better. Yes, I agree. Sithgar is probably like the worst rider of Rohan ever. And I suspect that Horse Friend is somewhat like Elf Friend. I guess I should have just followed the path, huh? Makes sense. As the horse, presumably, would have followed the path and not leapt down cliffs. I see you, horse. She's surrounded by wood trolls. Oh dear. I shall defend you. Hey. Say that to my face. And look at me remembering to do coup de grace as well. Okay, is that it? Nope, there are more. Another wave of wood trolls. Oh, there he is. Stop knocking me around. You're just annoying everyone. Me not least. Okay. Leading. Might not look like it, but in fact we're leading the horse. Oh, good. Bisweni Mar looks both very serious and very sad. No shield. Horseman keep shield. Horse and forest.
Do not go as one. Horse is good. Very good horse. Only must be calm. Must calm horse, or horse run. Beastwen Éomer fixes his eyes on Sithgar, and through a sequence of words and gestures, makes it clear that he wishes to teach Sithgar how to calm and command withered Breka before he lets her go. By all means. Yeah. Could you take some lessons, Sithgar?
There is nothing for it.
It seems to be settled then. I will be the most devoted of students if only this woes can teach me how to keep my horse, and I shall consider you a bearer of good fortune. Every time you arrive, my poor luck turns to good. Oh, good. I am so glad. And that is the last of the quests. Good has been done here. I'm glad I finished the Sithgar storyline. And let's hope we meet him in the Battle of Pelennor Fields. Okay. Yep, I was so close to missing that quest ring. Okay, we're going the wrong way, but that's okay. I know a shortcut. I'm not going to Rivendell this bridge. Okay, we're going to stay on this shortcut. It's going to take us down to Drubuta. Who wants to go to the quarry anyway? Not me. I've been there several times. Okay. Now this is good. Good shortcut. It's not going to make a long delay. Oh yeah. This is good. I don't know that the Sithgar thing saved us time compared to just riding straight through, but... And main path. Boom. Right? No. Stop. Not the main path. I want to go this way, yes. Still not at the main road yet. And yes, you're right, Phil. It is avoiding rubber band territory. This will take me down to the main road now. There it is. Thanks, Wozes. You're the best. Love this root system that grows over the road. Okay, here's some more riders. Going the right way. Excuse me, folks. Sorry. My pony so much faster than your horses. Horseman in a hurry. One side. Oh, sorry, Druid's Fire. I passed an indigo plant, didn't I? Sorry. I don't even notice. Okay. Something tells me we're going the right way. Oh, it's the King's folk. Good. Where's Durnhelm? It would be awesome if we just passed Durnhelm in this. There's a rabbit. That's not the same thing. That would be cool. Almost done. Only a few minutes late, Druid's Fire. Sorry. Oh, we're so close now. Eorl's folk. Okay. But as opposed to the rest of them? Dun dun dun. Okay, so I think what I might do, I think I'm going to stay, rather than, let's end here. This is the end of the line. The very end of our time in Tower Druidon, Beacon Hills, Far Norien. And we approach the Battle of Pelennor Field next time. All right, this is a perfect stopping place. All right, so here with Éomer, we shall commence the Battle of Pelennor Fields sequence in the new year, 2024. All right, thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining me. It was a lot of fun. Fun to look back on all the times we've been having over the years here leading up to this point. Looking forward to completing the Lord of the Rings storyline, the War of the Ring storyline in 2024. By the end of 2024, that's the goal. Get into the main Mordor sequence after the destruction of the ring before the end of 2024. We'll see how we do. All right, thanks, everybody. Have a good day. Druid's Fire's next, and I will see you guys soon. Bye now. Thanks for joining in on my rambles around Standing Stone's brilliant digital adaptation of Tolkien's world. If you enjoy these adventures, please consider supporting this and other entertaining educational programming by donating at signumuniversity.org/fund.